Good morning, guys. We are back at the dam again today. So, again, everything around me, dam-wise, this week is shut again. So, I'm repeating another sesh, the Old Faithful. So, it's a stunning day today. Wind's up a little bit, not as bad as it was last week. We should be in for a good day. I'm seeing a lot more schools floating around this morning, which hopefully is a positive. We struggled the other day, big time, just to find fish, let alone catch some. So it's been a tough trot the past few weeks. So hopefully we can get onto a couple. And aiming the game this morning, I might even at some point try surface. So the thermocline in some spots is quite low, which is good. But the thermocline up in the reeds is quite high. So hopefully the fish are sitting in that little slither that's available to them. But we'll see if we can get some surface strikes late in summer. But hopes are high. Hopefully we can get some fish for you. Stay tuned. One of my favourite parts about this dam is the bird life, which is probably obscure for a guy who's fishing and not bird watching, but there's such a cool array of just different birds that you wouldn't typically think to find at a dam. Like, there's two white-breasted sea eagles that sit at the tree line directly across from me. There's a point on the left-hand side, and I believe they're a breeding pair because they sit in the same tree every single time I see them, and they are huge birds. They're so bloody cool, and we get a heap of different kites kicking about as well. Then your obvious ones like your cormorants and your pelicans, but just such a cool range of birds around here. It makes it a little bit easier when it's a really tough day on the water because you got a little bit of entertainment to watch in the background. Especially with such a confined space. Like, the dam's really not that big at all, but there's just so much competition for space around here with the birds. It makes for pretty funny watching when they're all up in their own spaces. Alright, we're back in business. Let's go. So I'm going to try back where we just fished, because I've got a feeling there's a school sitting just underneath us here, so we'll see how we go. If we can't get a fish, I might chop this lure off and pull out one of the smaller ones. I think that's a rat. That is a rat. But we're on the board. Now, we've got a brief little showing on the sounder there. And this guy kind of has a bit of a school fish look about him. Hey, yep. That feels like a better fish. Maybe not. Oh. Yeah, maybe. He's fighting. Which, if we're honest with ourselves, we don't get all that often. Maybe worth keeping in mind that my drag is tighter than usual too. That's a good fish. It's a very good fish. I reckon we'll give him a measure. Tell you what, pretty happy with that. Now, it'd be handy if I knew where I put my bloody pliers. Oh, you gotta love that, honestly. There we go. Get you out of the way. There we go. Where are we looking? We got 35. Let's do that. That is a nice piece of Australian bass. Off you go, big fella. Thank you. Well, it's one of the better fish we've caught in a while. Wait. Well, he side hooked himself. That was one of the most bizarre hookups I've ever had in my life. Anticlimax central. He's only a little fella, so I'm not gonna waste too much time getting him back. Are we belly hooked or are we a solid fish? We are double pinned. Oi! He's actually a pretty good fish. He's, I'd say late 20s. He's growing. You can tell because they're just starting to like outgrow their tails. Oh, sorry, their tails are starting to outgrow them. But he's not a very big fish, so we won't worry too much about what he's got to offer for us. While we drift back down, we'll get this all sorted. Looks like there's 2 or 3 schools there. Only little schools, maybe 3 or 4 fish together in clumps. But all we need is a lure to land on one of them. There we go, there they are. Oh, yeah. Gotcha. It's not a bad fish, actually. Oh, yeah, good fish. That'll be biggest of the day, I reckon. By some margin. Oh, that's better. Wait, yeah. That is a chunky Australian bass. What are we looking at? Yeah, about 37. About 37. It's very good stuff. Oh, yeah. Elegant release as always. Jesus. Yeah. Oh. So it's just an old ice jigging technique, but yeah, there we go. I don't think that's a bad fish, actually. That's a good fish. The old ice jigging technique of just belting the butt of the rod pays off. I'm really happy with that fish. We will even give him a measure. Oh yeah, that's enough. So they're definitely still shut down. So he's not a fat fish. The one from before was a little bit fatter, but there we go, that'll do. I can't imagine he's going plus 50. About the same size, so about 34. If I stretch him, he's 35 or 36, but I'm not about that life. So that is a cracking little bass. And he can take the little slide off the edge. It's such an unusual technique that so many people used to swear by back in the old, like in the original ABT series. A lot of guys used to sit ice jigs in rod tips, in rod holders, sorry, in those comps, and kind of just let the wind do all the work. And then when fish were shut down like that, like we just saw then, like you could see a ton of bass sitting on the bottom there, not doing anything. Like no bait, no real significant reason for being there, and it just needs something mega erratic to just really tick them off. So I reckon we go try that again, because that was pretty funny. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Whee. Come on. Be good. Good fish. Oh, it's a net. That's a cracker fish. Oh. Come on, in the net. In the net. Oh, he's getting a measure for sure. All right, he'll be high 40s. Good fish. We got about 43. Mate. Got to be happy with that. It's a bloody good fish.